Okay, I want to make this video to explain why I believe relativity or subjectivity is a weak position to take. It's not the position of an open-minded person. So, if you think about it, philosophers, if you look around the world, you're going to find philosophers are not the happiest people in the world. So, philosophers, their main goal is not to be happy, but is to seek truth. And if you look at the world, society, a lot of people that are ignorant, they're not aware of what's going on in the world, they're probably happier than other people. So, so it's easy to take that position, to take the position of relativity, that there is no thing called universal truths or objective morality. But the thing is, uh, then everything becomes subjective. So you can't discuss or debate anything. So when that happens, there is no objective measure towards anything, and then you can't form any laws in society, anything like that. So the thing is, I honestly believe that there is a thing called objective truth. And when you think that there are some objective truths or universal truths, then you try seeking what those are. And when you try seeking what those are, then you do not conform to any ideology. When you become, when you talk about relativity, subjectivity, then there is no thing called universal truth. Everything is your own truth, everything that you see through your own lens. So basically, then it's pointless discussing or debating anything. Then eventually, what's going to happen is you're probably gonna be part of a community or a circle that you feel comfortable in, and then you're gonna conform. So if you conform, that is the easier thing to do. If you're non-conforming and if you seek truth and if you seek everything out there, uh, and then you try to evaluate and form your own judgment, that's the more difficult thing to do, and eventually might not lead you anywhere. It might lead you to nihilism, which tells you that life is meaningless and the only objective or universal truth is that we're going to die at the end. So when that happens, it can lead you to depression. It can lead you to many things. So that's why so many philosophers and so many thinkers are actually quite unhappy. But they also do try to find out what is best for society. Whereas everyone else in society, they're just concerned about their own individual happiness. So I think what needs to be done is there needs to be a little bit of balance between seeking truth and being happy. You can't be completely ignorant and not know what's going on in the world and just be completely happy. So I believe life is a balance of everything. So I think this thing needs to be balanced out as well. And if you I think nihilism is the other extreme. I feel that people that are just only seeking the truth and not being happy at all, I think that's not good either. So I think there needs to be a little bit of balance, and people that can strike that balance are really few. I mean, you have most of the society, which is on one side, which is not being aware of, what's going on in the world and being happy, and then you have the other side of philosophers and thinkers that is not trying to be happy at all and is only seeking truths. So, if but to, to get that balance, to strike that balance, you do need to accept that there is probably a thing called universal truth, and you need to actively search for it, but then you also need to actively tell yourself that, listen, I can't figure all this stuff out in life. I can't figure out all these age old questions, and I probably need to like call it quits. And this is where I'm going to draw the line. This is where I'm going to draw the line between my individual happiness and seeking the truth. So once that happens, then you're probably going to be a enlightened person, a knowledgeable person, uh, as well as a relatively happy person. So that's eventually what I think needs to happen in life. Obviously, it's not a strong position either, but because we were talking about subjectivity and subjectivity not being a strong position to hold, but I believe eventually that our life purpose and our life goals are a very individual thing. So obviously, if so, I mean, you have to think of things objectively, and you need to know that there is a thing called objective morality, but you also need to have your own personal life and personal space. So it kind of needs to blend in with that. So it feels like I'm contradicting myself, but I don't think I am. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you.